Good afternoon, I'm Steve Martinez. I'm a craftsman here at Big Bend Saddlery, and today I'd like to show you how we put treads in stirrups. Tools we're going to need for this job, of course, we're going to need a couple of knives. Got a sharp pointed knife and a round knife. You're going to use your round knife to cut your lace ends down and cut your leather. The pointed knife is real handy for doing your bleed knot at the end of the job. Got some dividers. Use those to measure things. I like to keep a couple of antlers around for wallering holes and slicking leather down. And we're going to need a number 9 oval punch here. I have some leather that I've cut and it's been soaking in water. You want to soak it real good. A good indicator to let you know it's been soaking long enough is if it's sunk to the bottom of your tub. Here I've got some leather cut for it. You want something flexible. Some leather out of the belly of the hide is pretty good. I'm working with I'd say somewhere around 10 or 12 ounce weight here. And the way we fit that to the stirrup bottom, you come through this way and you fold it over just past halfway. You come around with it like so. And we're going to take your straight awl and center it and punch through both pieces. Turn it around, do the same thing on the other end. Now we're gonna cut just behind this line in a slight arc, this way and this way. This here, when we get it on that stirrup, hopefully there's a little gap, and if there's not, we can retrim it. But that's about how we want it, where we got just a little bit of gap in there. That's going to close up when we lace it up. That's why you want something flexible. Next, we're going to get the spacing for the holes we're going to punch. For that, take your dividers, mark your outside holes there, and then we're going to come in halfway, mark the center hole, get that on the other side as well. And I'm gonna put a total of 7 holes in each side of the tread itself. So I'm just gonna eyeball this one right here and here. And just a little something I like to do is I like to clip these corners off. I think it gives it a neater finish when it's done. You don't have that little corner sticking out there. And now we're going to go ahead and punch our holes. For that, we're going to use our number 9 oval and our maul. I like to punch my center hole first. And then the outside ones. And this just helps me make sure my marks are true, and I can adjust if I have to. If you're uncertain about where you're punching, you can just tap it lightly and that'll show you where your hole's gonna be. Just like that. And I like the way that looks, so that's where we're gonna punch them. same thing on the other side. Okay, now we're going to put the tread on the stirrup. Before I put it on, I just kind of like to fold it over like so. Just give it a little shape. And then take your lace, and I've got the center of it marked, and I like to match that up with the center of the stirrup once I pull it through there. Usually the first couple of holes I like to waller them out a little bit. Just makes it easier to get started. And we're about centered there. Through first hole and pull it really tight. Here's where that lace puller is going to come in handy. Go through your hole there. See, that's already starting to want to suck down there. Make sure you've got it centered. You want it coming up evenly on both sides of the flat part of your stirrup there. And we're just going to come down to our center hole here on this end, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side there. This when you leave a little gap in it like that, and if you get it to suck down, that's going to help that tread just stay there. If you get it a little loose, it's going to move around on you later. If you want to suck it down a little tighter, get this little tool here. I like to call it an attention getter, and you run it down your, just like so, and give it a little twist, and that'll keep you from marring your lace too much. If you know, say you needed to pull it with your pliers, that those jaws might leave a little mark on the lace there. Now that we've got that lace through like that, I like to just take a hammer and flatten that out a little. And now we're ready for our bleed knot. And we just take that and carefully make a little slit in the center of your lace. Go up about that high. And I'm going to waller it out just a little bit, just make it easy to pass that through that way. Then we make another slit in the other lace, other end of the lace there. Waller it out again just a little bit. Now that's complete. And I like to leave them a little long. I think it looks kind of neat. If they're, you know, you can always trim them down however much you like. And while it's still wet, I like to take another antler I've got just for this job. You can see how that's already started to suck on down a little bit there. Just kind of rub it so that that leather takes the shape of that stirrup there. Go between your laces right there and just kind of flatten out that little seam. And now we're going to let that dry. And after it dries, we've got one more rub in that we do. We got this one that I started earlier. It's mostly dry. If you rub it again, it'll see how it's starting to give it a little gloss there. I think it just looks really pretty when you get that leather, all those pores closed down, and it makes it just a little shiny. And that one's complete. Tomorrow morning when it's good, real good and dry, I'll give it a dunk in the oil bath over there and put a little lacquer on it, and that one's ready for sale. Thanks for watching Tack Tips, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us. We're here at Big Ben Saddlery, or look us up on the internet. Thank you very much.